So, Uncharted was better than I expected. What is up, fam? It is Indiota here. I've just watched the new Uncharted movie and this is my review video. I've literally just gotten back from it. I went and saw it with my girlfriend Dahlia and with my friend Meg. Meg and I have both played the games, Dahlia hasn't. So we've got a few different angles coming into this movie. Heads up, there will be spoilers in this review. So if you haven't seen the movie, save this video to your watch later and come back and watch it after you've seen the movie. I enjoyed it. I'm a huge fan of the games. I'm playing through Lost Legacy at the moment, but I've played the original 4 all before, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was just a solid movie from start to finish, just as it was. Very cliche, but very just good. But I think overall, as a fan of the games, it was kind of ridiculous, but in a good way. You know, big action set pieces, very straightforward characters, so that was cool. Let me start off with the plot. So the plot was pretty kind of standard, I guess, for an adventure movie. You know, they got to find treasure. There's bad guys who are also trying to get the treasure for their own reasons. I think the really good part for me in the plot was when Braddock, Tati Gabrielle's character, she killed Moncada, Antonio Banderas' character, because I did not see that coming. I was just like, oh yeah, classic cliche bad guy, cool, whatever. And he was fine, like he did a good job. But then, yeah, when she killed him, it was just like, oh, okay, hang on. Not that she was much better, to be honest. She was kind of just plain, you know, oh, I want the gold for myself because I do. It was fine, but it wasn't anything special. But I think her killing him was just like, oh, I didn't see that coming, and it makes sense. They did that really well. In terms of the games, there are a few set pieces that obviously remind me of the games. Hanging out the plane scene was very much Uncharted 3. The ship at the end was Uncharted 4. I thought that was cool. Nothing particularly special about it, but it was cool to see stuff like that. I thought the color was really cool, the saturation levels. My friends make jokes about me loving things to be super saturated and have lots of color. That's just because I love it. So I thought, especially on the tropical islands, I thought the color was really cool. In Barcelona especially, I loved that, and so that was cool. The characters are where, you know, you've got the crucial things, because the plot can be anything, but if it's not bolstered by a good cast and characters, then, you know, what's the point? Let me start with the villains. I've kind of already talked about them, but yeah, Antonio Banderas and Tati Gabrielle, Braddock and Moncada, they were alright. Like, they were kind of just average, just standard bad guys. Chloe was a bit painful for me, especially as an Australian. She's meant to be Australian, and that accent was just all over the place. It was American, there were hints of Australian, but it sounded more Kiwi at points. But then my girlfriend also said there was a bit of British, and so yeah, it was just a bit of a mess. She was okay. I guess she had the personality, but I didn't like her that much. Sully, Mark Wahlberg, I actually loved. I thought he was fantastic. Obviously, him going after the gold is not like the good-hearted Sully we know from the games. So in terms of his motivation, it wasn't great. But in terms of the characterization and the dialogue and the way he was played, I thought they did really well. There were some lines when Mark Wahlberg said something, and I just thought of Sully of the games, and it captured him perfectly, and I thought it was great. And so I really loved him, and I would love to see more of him. And then obviously Nathan Drake, Tom Holland, pretty good job, I guess. Like, nothing particularly stands out, but nothing quite bad, I guess. There were moments where from behind he looked very much like him. I liked putting on the costuming, and props to the costuming department for making a fit for Tom Holland that very much resembled the game. And there were moments, especially when he was doing that, when you heard the game theme, that was really cool. I love that. There are a few things with his accent which didn't quite sound like it, but well, not much can be done there. So yeah, he was alright. I mean, Tom Holland has very leading man energy, so I thought he did well. Obviously, he's kind of different because he's younger, so that was alright. No complaints, but nothing that I thought was spectacular either. It was just standard, but specifically the standout for me was Sully. I think they did very well there. And then him coming in at the end with the mustache and getting the cigar, that was pretty funny, and I look forward to seeing that in a potential sequel. Question mark? Also, Nolan North's cameo, I thought that was really fun. Seeing him there lying on a beach chair, that was great. And they played the Uncharted theme when they did that, and that was really cool. He's like, oh, you know, something like that happened to me. Don't really know how that works, but it was just a fun cameo. And I thought that was really nice of them to include him in that. So yeah, overall, much better than I was expecting, given video game movies aren't really known for being that great. This one is doing pretty well at the box office, even though it's got mediocre to poor reviews. Given how much money it's making, I do think we'll see a sequel, and I'll probably go watch it. Overall, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Like, I say 6 is like, oh, that's a decent cliche movie. I'm giving it a 7 just because it was slightly better than I expected and because Sully was fantastic, apart from the going for the gold all the time. But yes, thank you for watching my review of Uncharted. Be sure to like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more reactions and reviews. Also, check out Adventures of Meg, because that's who I went and saw this with. I saw it with my girlfriend Dahlia and my friend Meg, who runs the channel Adventures of Meg. You'll find the link in the description below. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, where I will be streaming Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I'll be doing that in the upcoming week. Also follow my Twitter, my TikTok, anything beginning with a T. Thanks for joining, and until next time, drink water, stay hydrated, and I will see you soon.